Hello, I'm James Morrow, and I know I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for saying this, but here's a crazy idea. It's the government's job to protect its borders and prevent people from entering the country illegally. Controversial, I know, especially if you're a Democrat. So come and join me as we go further south than Joe Biden's poll numbers for busting the narrative. Now, if you're like me, you've been watching in horror as the Biden administration does the political equivalent of sending text messages while driving 100 miles an hour down the highway and also trying to put on makeup while eating an Egg McMuffin. I mean, you just want to scream, guys, stop that! You're going to have a wreck! But now, the wreck at the southern border is about to get a whole lot worse. Already, U.S. Border Patrol agents have seen a record 1.7 million apprehensions last fiscal year. And that's just the illegal border crossers that they came in contact with. What you're looking at here is footage of a migrant caravan of thousands of would-be illegal entrants crashing through a line of Mexican immigration police obtained by Fox News' Griff Jenkins. Here's more footage of another caravan, made up mostly of Haitians who had been living in Central America for years before deciding to go for refugee status in America, as well as other Central and South Americans. While the Biden administration has all but refused to enforce the border, it's been up to the Texas National Guard to station resources at it and do what it can to prepare for the coming surge, which is expected to see as many as 400,000 people cross in this month alone. Meanwhile, instead of returning migrants across the border, the Biden administration has been secretly flying them around the country to places like suburban New York in the dead of night. So what's going on here? Is this just incompetence? Or is this crisis, which started when the Biden administration all but issued a written invitation to would-be migrants to cross the border illegally, by design? I mean, these aren't just random individuals and families trying to make a better life coming up in their 2s and 3s. No, these are well-organized expeditions, some even using QR codes to sign people up to come. Look, we know the left absolutely hates borders and thinks they're icky and mean and ew, something only a redneck Trump voter could care about. And the left has always loved immigration from the developing world because it makes a place so much more vibrant and multicultural, don't you know, darling? I mean, a dozen years ago, a former Blair government advisor in the UK admitted that they wanted to flood the country with migrants to stop the UK from being so staid and stuffy. And of course, we all remembered what Barack Obama, whose third term Joe Biden is essentially executing, promised before he took office.
We are 5 days away from fundamentally transforming the United States of America.
Look, the fact is, big immigration has become big business in America and right around the world. But just once, wouldn't it be nice to hear a leader talk like Australia's former Prime Minister John Howard, who laid it out perfectly in 2001 when his own country was having its own border issues?
But we will decide who comes to this country and the circumstances in which they come.
We will decide who comes here and the circumstances in which they come. Kryptonite to a progressive, common sense to everyone else. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to support this channel, please like, share, and subscribe below, and I'll see you next week for more Busting the Narrative.